welcome back to my channel. So today I have this very delicious Goan pork roast recipe for you guys. It is so delicious and I'm sure that you guys will love it. So you can have this recipe with rice, or you can have it with pulao as well, or you can just have it on its own and it's equally delicious. So if you guys would like to know onto how to make this very delicious recipe, continue watching. These are all the ingredients that we would require to prepare the pork roast. So first off, the main ingredient is pork. So here I have about 1.9 kg of pork shoulder. So what I've done is I've cleaned it and I've also cut it into about 4 pieces, and I've pricked it with a fork and I've marinated with some salt. The reason why I have pricked it with the fork is because when we apply the masala, the meat is going to absorb the masala quite well. So the next thing that we need is 3 medium-sized onions. We would also require these spices. So I have 1 teaspoon of peppercorn, 2 inch of cinnamon stick, about 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of cloves, about 1.5 inch of ginger. We would also require about 12 to 18 cloves of garlic. We would need 5 Kashmiri chillies. We would also require some sugar, some vinegar. We would also need some salt and some oil as well. So now we will have to blend all of these masalas into a fine paste apart from the Kashmiri chilies. So just remove the Kashmiri chilies, keep them aside, and then blend rest of the masalas. We will have to blend them with the help of vinegar only. Do not use water when you're doing it. So here you can see that the masala is ready. So this is how the consistency has to look like. I'm going to include everything in the description below as to how much vinegar I've used to make this masala. And now the next step is to marinate the pork. So here you can see that I've marinated the pork with the masala, and now we have to let this marinate for at least a minimum of 2 hours. So once that's done, then we can get ahead with the cooking process, but this has to marinate for at least 2 hours. It's been 4 hours since my pork has been marinating. Now next what we need to do is we'll have to heat a pan, and in that I've added some oil, and now we will have to add the pork in there slowly one by one. So make sure that when you're adding the pork, you let the skin down. I've added all of the pork, and now at this stage what we'll have to do is we will have to add the onions first. So add all of the onions on the top. And once you have added the onions, then we will have to add the chilies. So just break the chilies into 2 and just add them. And then what we'll have to also add is a little bit of water, so roughly around half a cup of water. So we have to add the water in the same container where you had to add the pork where you kept it for marinating. So just add it in that and just let it cook till it's nice and soft. And then once that is done, we'll have to put the lid on. So it's been about half an hour since the pork was cooking, so I've just turned it over. So you can have a look that it's come with a nice brown color at the edges as well. So we need to make sure that this cooks for another at least 25 minutes till it's nice and soft. Now here you can see that the pork is almost ready. So at this stage we have to make sure that we need to cut the pork into long slices and then put it back into this gravy so that the juices are equally absorbed by every single piece of meat. And here you can also see that the skin of the pork is nicely turned brown as well, and this is the best part of the pork. So now what we need to do is we'll have to cut the pork and then add the slices into the gravy and then cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then the pork is finally ready. So here you can see that I've cut each and every piece of meat into nice and long slices. So I'm gonna let this cook for another 10 minutes further. The reason being is I need every piece of meat to absorb the gravy equally, and also make sure that it's nicely simmered as well. guys, the pork roast is finally ready. You can see that it looks so delicious. I just can't wait to eat it now. And so if you guys would like to prepare this recipe, please follow all the simple steps that I have mentioned in the video as well. And do not forget to share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. So until the next video, ciao and thank you for watching.